Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today is going to be our Google Search Console tutorial, also referred to as Google Webmasters. So we're going to be going over this tool offered by Google. Basically what the Google Search Console does is it tracks your website's performance in the Google search results. So when people are typing in specific keywords that bring up your website, you're able to track all of that. So I'll get into everything that you're able to see. And it will also show you some resources in terms of any issues you have with your website indexing in Google, whether it's the desktop version, mobile, accelerated mobile pages. If you have any security issues on Google, it'll track you with that. You can look at your backlinks. So it's a really great search engine optimization tool specifically for Google, which is obviously the biggest search engine that's going to drive traffic to your website. So the first thing you want to do is install Google Webmasters on your website. You can use Google Webmasters, Google Search Console interchangeably, but the first thing you want to do is install it on your website. So the way I've done it is I first set up Google Analytics on my website. So any of these articles here, I'm going to have a bunch of URLs in the description of this video, so go there if you're looking for any of these articles. But under the Analytics help, it shows how to set up analytics tracking. So in this article, it's going to say basic instructions, find your tracking ID. So basically you start by going to google.com/analytics. You create a property in Google Analytics. You then install the tracking ID on your website. If you're using a WordPress website, you can do this with a plugin like Monster Insights, Google Analytics Dashboard plugin. This will allow you to track everything right in WordPress, and it will also help you install it on your website. And then once you do that, what you want to do is get your website on Search Console. So you add your website. So you start by going to this website here, google.com/webmasters. You're able to add your website to Search Console, and then you can verify it using Google Analytics. So that's why you want to set up Google Analytics first, because you're able to see all of that data right in Google Analytics. So I'm going to open my Google Analytics profile here. The website I'm going to be working on today is Beachfront Decor. So this is one of the articles we'll go over. But I have Google Analytics on this website, and if I go to the admin section at the bottom left-hand corner, under product linking, I can click on all products. This will allow you to link AdSense, Google Ads, a lot of different things to your website. You can link Search Console right to your website. So you could just come here. It's going to say Add Search Console. So it's look something like this, Link Ad Exchange. So you'll do Link Search Console. You can click on it. It's going to allow you to click here to add your Search Console website through Google Analytics and enable the view so you're able to see all the website data in your Search Console. So we're going to click on Save. And what you're going to be able to tell is you come back here under Acquisition. So if you're on the left-hand side, Acquisition, Search Console, you can see landing pages, search queries, countries, devices, a lot of different information. So if I'm just looking from January 28th to February 3rd, I'm able to see which pages had the most impressions in the Google search results, which ones drove the most clicks, the best click-through rate, and you could actually track this all in through with some of your goals. So if you have transactions or any conversion tracking, over here on the right-hand side, you're going to be able to see which pages are providing the most from, specifically from Google organic search results. So it really gives you a lot of information. So I like to use it right through Google Analytics. If you're not familiar with how to do it, we have an old tutorial on our channel for Google Search Console Beginners tutorial. This is actually the old version of it. Our new tutorial is going through the new version of the Google Search Console. Right in the beginning of the video, we go through exactly how to install it on your website. So if you have any questions, if you're really looking for kind of a video guide on how to do that, this one will help you within the first 5 minutes. It really shows how to install it on your website if you're not familiar with it. And again, with WordPress, makes it really easy with different plugins. Monster Insights is one of them. There's a few others that you can use. So once you have it installed, what you're going to have here is you sign into google.com/webmasters, sign in. It's going to tell you to go to the Search Console. So you open your Google Search Console page. We have ours here for HTTPS, beachfrontdecor.com, and we're able to see our overview, so how our performance is, our coverage in the Google search engine, any enhancements that we need to make, and any errors that we're having. So I have a lot of accelerated mobile pages errors right now, and that's what the Google Search Console is really good for, is telling you that I need to fix these certain errors before I start getting more traffic to some of these pages, because I changed my accelerated mobile pages about a month ago. I tried to update the design, everything like that, and it actually hurt my Google rankings because the pages are now getting errors on them. So what I need to do is go back to what I had previously, because previously I was getting more clicks from accelerated mobile pages. It's actually hurt my traffic recently. So what I want to do is go through each of these things on the left: performance, URL inspection, coverage, sitemaps, mobile usability, accelerated mobile pages. You could see some security things here. We don't have any security issues, but if you have any, you will see them here. Also, backlinks. Under the settings, what you can do is actually add other users. So if you have a few different people working on your website, if you hire an SEO agency to work on your website, you can add them through the settings and give them different levels of access so that they can access this data and really understand how to optimize your website for search engines. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to click here on the left hand side on performance. So this is going to show our total clicks, impressions, average click-through rate in Google search results, and our average position. So you can see if we scroll down a little bit, they have search queries, top pages. So we can see what our top pages are in terms of clicks and impressions. Top countries, so where our traffic is coming from. So mostly United States, but we also get plenty from Australia, United Kingdom, Canada. Devices, so you can see mobile, desktop, and tablet. And then search appearance is going to show rich results, accelerated mobile pages, non-rich results. So this is actually very low for me recently because it's showing that I'm having so many accelerated mobile pages errors, so I'm not actually getting as many clicks from that. So what we're going to do is come back over to search queries, and I'm going to add average click-through rate to the graph, and I'm going to add average position to the graph. So it's going to show a bunch of different things here. You can kind of see your trends over time. For us, it's showing date for the last 3 months. Now, there's a few different things you can do. If you click on specific search queries, so let's just say I do beachfront decor, I can track that over time. You might want to get rid of some of these things because the graph can get a little hard to look at. But you can kind of see over time it's been pretty steady for beachfront decor. You really want this to be going up, especially for your brand and really for any search query, but you're going to see some dips and you're going to see, certain days are going to be better than others, certain weeks are going to be better than others. So click on total impressions. We're going to get rid of the search query up at the top here. So when you click on it, it's going to create a filter up at the top. You could also just do a new filter for search query, specific page, country, device, and search appearance. What I want to do is I'm going to use this page as my example, beach theme bathrooms. So if you type in beach theme bathrooms into Google, right now we have the 4th listing. So there's a few different ones above us, and we get a good amount of traffic to this page. But what I can look at is if I go to pages, so I can see which ones have the most amount of clicks, most amount of impressions. Beach theme bathrooms is one of our top 10. It gets a lot of impressions. So if I click on it, what I can do is actually see what specific search queries are driving the most traffic to that page. So beach theme bathroom, beach bathroom ideas, beach theme bathroom ideas. So you can see it's all pretty similar, but it's going to give you some ideas like beach theme bathroom paint colors. So if I want to add a little bit more traffic to this page, that's a little section I can add to my page is beach theme bathroom paint colors. What are the most popular ones? Which ones do we recommend? Here's some examples of what they look like. So there's a lot of different ideas here. It's saying there's 455 different keywords, different search queries that have at least driven impressions. So you can find a lot of different areas of opportunity really. And the other thing you can look at is for something like this, coastal bathroom decor, I can create a whole new page of content for maybe 50 coastal bathroom decor ideas, and that's going to drive more traffic to my website for these keywords because I'm already ranking pretty well for them. Same with ocean theme bathroom. You can kind of help yourself drive more traffic to your website by really optimizing for all these different popular keywords. So that's really where the Google Search Console is going to help you drive more traffic to your website. If you come into performance, seeing what your top search queries are, your top pages are, seeing some areas where you need to might improve a little bit. So I'll give you some examples of that. So if we come to search queries, one thing I like to look at is my average click-through rate on pages with my top impressions. So what you're going to see is 1.4, 1.7. So something like pineapple bedding. Right now we're getting about 5,000 impressions every 3 months it's showing, but only 51 clicks. Beach signs, almost 5,000 impressions, only 26 clicks. Whereas tropical bedding, we're much higher there. You see other rates that are much higher. Actually, our top 10 here really isn't a great click-through rate. They're all below our average click-through rate of 2%. If we go to our top 100, let's say, so you'll see something here, coastal bedroom furniture, we have a 6.1%. So that's something where maybe we look at, okay, what's helping drive more traffic to that page that we might not be doing for, something like nautical bedding where we have 3,500 searches every 3 months and only 4 clicks. So it's really going to help you understand where you need to improve, see which keywords you're ranking for, and really sometimes you can pull out keywords and create better content for them. So if you scroll down a little bit, For us, we're going to have to go down a bit. I can find something like shark betting. Make sure I have a shark betting article. Make sure the content there is good. Make sure the images and everything represent shark betting. We're linking to some of our different products. And that's going to help us drive even more traffic to that page, hopefully improve this click-through rate. One of the things that really drives click-through rate is the average position in search results. So 17.5 is pretty low positioned, but you'll see with the ones basically with the top click-through rate, you tend to have a better position here. So coastal TV stands, but there's only been, only 6 impressions for that. So if we look at our top impressions, you're going to see nautical betting, 14.4 is the position and a very bad click-through rate. So as we scroll down, you can see 27.8 for bohemian betting, really bad click-through rate. Beach bedroom ideas, 3.1 average position, 3.4% click-through rate. So you really want to optimize your existing content for a better average position to add more traffic to that page, really more traffic to your website. So that's performance. There's a lot you can look at there. And what I like to do is, look at the top 100. You use this and export the data, and then you can look at it in a spreadsheet and kind of monitor that. If you use this data, the search queries that you're getting, along with the Google Keyword Planner, so we have a tutorial on our channel for that. We'll put the link in the video description. If you use the Google Keyword Planner, let's say you pull the top 100 keywords you want to rank for that, they get the most searches, they're the most competitive, they're really the ways you're going to drive the most traffic to your website, and you compare it with the search queries you're currently getting, it's going to help you see where you have some opportunities and some areas where you're really missing out on traffic. So using the performance, this is the main thing I use in the Google Search Console, but I'm going to go through everything here. So the next thing is URL inspection. When you click on URL inspection, it's going to open this search engine at the top. It's going to say inspect any URL. So what we did is we came over here, copied this URL, paste it right in there. So beach theme bathrooms. So what URL inspection is going to do, it's going to show if you have any coverage issues in the Google search result. It's going to show the mobile usability of your page, and it's going to show the accelerated mobile pages version of your page. So our accelerated mobile pages version is invalid. So right now it's actually not appearing in Google search results. So that's one way to use URL inspection, is to make sure that you have basically green checks for coverage, mobile usability, and accelerated mobile pages, because we're still getting traffic from this page, but our accelerated mobile pages version is just not working. So we need to make sure we fix that. So the next part with index is going to show coverage and sitemap. So with coverage, it's going to show any errors that you have, any warnings that you have, the total valid pages that you have indexed, and the number of excluded pages that you have. So we have a lot of excluded pages just the way our website is set up. We're not really going to go through that. Valid pages will show the number of pages indexed. You want this number really to keep going up because that shows you're continuously adding new content to your page. Valid with warnings, so these are any warnings that you want to make sure you fix, and errors. So just for example, we have a server error right here. It's saying 53 total pages. It's showing right here some of the different errors. So it's gone down recently. We're down to 72 right now. So if we click on it, what we can do is say, okay, we have fixed this error. A server error for us is probably temporary issue with our web server with hosting. So what I'm going to say is validate fix. We fix this error. And what that does is it tells Google, we want you to check to make sure that this error is fixed. And if it's fixed, we want these errors to go away. So that's one way to kind of, Google's able to track, okay, this website owner, this webmaster is taking care of their website and making sure that they're fixing any index issues that they're having. In return, let's give them better search results. Basically better rankings in the search results, because if you're continuously fixing your errors, fixing your warnings, and making sure that you're keeping track of all of that, Google's able to make sure that your index pages and everything like that is as high as it can be, because you're really keeping track of everything that's going on. So clicking on coverage again, you can see 72. We'll go to this error, submitted URL blocked by robots.txt. So it'll show some of these issues. We really don't have any of these issues right now. It's saying validation passed. So we started it on November 16th. We passed on November 30th. So a lot of those errors went away, you can see. Now it's showing some more pages, but right now these are just warnings. So it's not really something you need to worry about too much. Now the next thing is sitemaps. So our sitemap is created by the Yoast WordPress plugin. If you're using WordPress, you can just there's a bunch of different sitemap plugins. If you're not familiar with how to create a sitemap for your website, one thing you can do is just use a service, xml-sitemaps.com. It's going to create an XML sitemap for your website. They have a free and simple one, they have a pro one, they have a PHP script that you can install on your website. So any of these will create a sitemap that then you can add to Google. So ours is just beachfrontdecor.com/sitemap underscore index.xml. You want to make sure it says status success here. They're able to discover URLs. When we add new URLs, our sitemap is automatically updated. So I like to use WordPress because we just use a WordPress plugin, Yoast, and that just helps our sitemap continuously be updated. It's going to be verified by Google. There's no errors with it. So highly recommend using WordPress for that reason, or a similar service that allows you to generate a sitemap that automatically updates. So one benefit of using the PHP script is that your sitemap is going to continuously update. You are going to have to pay for that. So if you don't have a sitemap, yeah, I highly recommend doing that because it's worthwhile, because it's going to help Google recognize when you add URLs, when you update existing URLs. Any changes to your website are going to be added to your sitemap, and Google is able to track that much easier. So the next thing down here is going to be enhancements. So under mobile usability, you can see if there's any errors, how many valid pages you have. So for us, we don't have any errors right now, so that's good. If we did, you can click on the error and make sure you validate the fix like I showed you in the coverage version. So our mobile usability is very good. Usually that depends on the theme you're using. If you're using any custom HTML, things like that, sometimes you can have some issues. But right now our mobile usability is good. Now on the other hand, our accelerated mobile pages is terrible. So we're actually fixing our accelerated mobile pages. We've been trying to do some fixes here, but we kind of got a lot of the errors back. So we're kind of trying to figure it out right now. So it has a bunch of different errors here, and the same thing, as I make the changes, I can come in here and validate the fix. So that's something I'm actually going to be doing this week, because we're not getting the accelerated mobile pages traffic that we should be getting. So we're going to be doing some enhancements, and this is really where Google Search Console helps you, is by saying, you have a lot of opportunity with your pages in the accelerated mobile pages version. Basically when people are searching on mobile, they'll serve accelerated mobile pages rather than just the regular mobile search results, and people can easily click through to your website, and it's much faster. You can get a lot of traffic that way. We were getting a lot of traffic to one of our pages through accelerated mobile pages before we had this issue. So it's something that we really want to fix. So that's something that we're going to be working on. So enhancements, you can see some of the errors you have with mobile, with accelerated mobile pages. Highly recommend going through that, fixing any errors. We need to do that ourselves. So that's something that you'll kind of find along the way. So next thing is security and manual actions. So under manual actions, if there's any issues, they'll show you them here. Under security issues, if there's any issues, they'll show you here. We have no issues right now, so that's always a good thing. We have had issues in the past, but usually it's very helpful to get Google is able to say, hey, you have these security issues, make sure you fix them. Otherwise, it's going to hurt your rankings. It's really going to hurt your website. So it's just basically an extra set of eyeballs looking at your website, the back end, any security issues that you have, whether or not you've had basically someone try to hack your website, or if you have any flaws that Google is able to recognize. So that's very helpful, and you'll get an email if you have any security issues, and you can go fix them as fast as possible. Another reason to use Google Search Console. Now the next thing and the last thing I'll go over is links. You're able to see the backlinks to your website, and also internal links. So any linked pages internally. So we have a total of 3.1 million internal links. External links, we have 5.5 thousand. You can see which pages are the top linked, who is linking to you. So we have a lot of different websites linking to us. We actually own Farmhouse Goals, so we have some links back to each of the websites. I don't think we actually have 1,100 total links, so I'm not sure where that link comes back to. Top linking text, so you can see what people actually use when they're linking. So source image, source, beachfront decor. So you're able to see a lot of different information here in terms of what your top backlinks are. But really, I like to use the performance, see some opportunities. This is basically one of the best search engine optimization tools, because you can see what search queries you're currently working well for, which ones are not driving traffic to your website, and really where you need to optimize. The other thing is index any coverage issues you're having. Obviously accelerated mobile pages, that's a big issue for beachfront decor right now, so that's something I'm going to need to fix. But if you come back to performance, I have something like 101 beach theme bathroom ideas. If I go to pages, click on the beach theme bathrooms, so I can see the top search queries and really optimize for some of these ideas. So it's 455 total. I can go to 500. see what's getting the most impressions, and just really try to find some opportunities. Some of these are things that might be a little bit broad. And then on the other hand, you're going to find things like coastal bathroom decor, coastal bathroom ideas, things that I can really try to optimize for by maybe even creating a whole new post, a whole new page on my website that might be similar to this one, but just really geared a little bit different towards people. Coastal is a little bit different than beach, nautical, they're all a little bit different. So just different things that you can kind of optimize for and really create content that can serve perfect for what people are searching for. So that's the Google Search Console tutorial. If you have any questions, please let us know. So what you do is go to google.com/webmasters, sign in with your Google account. You can get started really quickly and easily. You can verify your website through Google Analytics, and then you're going to be able to see all of this different information, see what's driving sales on your website, if you have e-commerce tracking set up. Beachfront Decor is an affiliate website, so we don't have any e-commerce tracking. We get a lot of just clicks out. We kind of track that separately. So again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching our video today, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.